You thought God forgot about you in that low place. But the setup for your promotion began the moment you stayed faithful when no one was watching. Bible in 365, day 25, Genesis 47, begins with Joseph bringing 5 of his brothers before Pharaoh. Pharaoh asks about their work. They say they are shepherds and request to live in Goshen. Pharaoh agrees and gives them the best of the land. Then Joseph presents his father Jacob. When Pharaoh asks his age, Jacob says his years have been few and difficult. That is a moment of honesty. Even faithful people have walked through heavy seasons. A famine is still consuming the land. Joseph sells grain to the Egyptians. When their money runs out, they trade livestock. When that runs out, they give their land and become servants to Pharaoh. Joseph provides seed and creates a system where a fifth goes to Pharaoh. The people are grateful. Sometimes survival requires humility. Wisdom is not always about what you keep. It is also about how you serve with what is left. Israel settles in Goshen and begins to thrive. They acquire property and grow in number. Jacob lives 17 more years. Before he dies, he makes Joseph promise not to bury him in Egypt. He wants to be laid to rest with his fathers. Even in blessing, Jacob keeps his eyes on the promise. Egypt was provision, but Canaan was purpose. Know the difference between your refuge and your root. Matthew 19 opens with Jesus teaching in Judea. Crowds follow and he heals them. The Pharisees test him by asking about divorce. Jesus answers by going back to the beginning. He says marriage was designed to be one flesh. He allows for divorce in cases of sexual immorality, but emphasizes that the covenant was meant to be sacred. God's design is not about control. It is about wholeness through union. The disciples say if marriage is that serious, maybe it is better not to marry. Jesus responds that not everyone is called to marriage. Some choose singleness. Others are called into it by life's circumstances. The point is this: your calling matters more than your status. Whether single or married, faithfulness to God is the goal. Purpose comes before partnership. Honor God with whatever season you are in. Then parents bring children to Jesus. The disciples try to send them away. But Jesus says, "Let the little children come to me. Do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." He lays his hands on them and blesses them. This is a reminder that tenderness is part of holiness. The kingdom belongs to the ones who know how to be small in spirit and big in trust. Scriptures to study: Genesis 47, 1-31, Matthew 19, 1-15. Like, comment, and subscribe.